Halal mortgages are a complete ripoff, or so it would seem. A lot of you have come to me and complained about the fact that halal mortgages are incredibly expensive in comparison to their conventional counterparts. And today I'm going to be getting into the economics of the halal mortgages and whether or not the expense of the halal mortgages is truly justified. Assalamu alaikum everyone, Jesse here with Canadian Islamic Wealth. As I mentioned, we are going to be getting into the economics of halal mortgages and whether or not they truly are a ripoff. But before I do, please make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so that you can come back for more videos. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the halal mortgages is that halal mortgage companies, compared to the big banks and the large insurance companies out there that offer mortgages, don't have the same level of purchasing power. Like anything else, when there is a limited supply, the prices are simply higher. And there's not a whole lot we can do about that until halal mortgages become mainstream. Until that happens, halal mortgage companies are kind of operating on a shoestring budget, and in that sense, they're not going to be able to provide the low pricing that conventional mortgages can at the bank. Another thing we need to consider is the structure of the halal mortgages. Now, one thing I'm assuming with everything I'm saying here today is that we have a legitimate halal mortgage. I'm not talking about the fake ones who are truly ripping people off. I'm talking about the ones whose contract is actually legitimate. So when it comes to this type of contract, a lot of things that the halal mortgage companies are actually doing is they are fixing a price for a long period of time. We're talking 10, 15, 20 years. And if you want to compare apples to apples, if you look at the bank's long-term mortgage contracts of 10 years plus, the rates are quite similar. So if we compare apples to apples and two things that are quite alike, then you get similar results. But what a lot of people are doing is they're comparing a 5-year interest-based rate from the bank to a 25-year rate from a legitimate halal mortgage company. So that's the second reason why they are more expensive. The last reason why they're more expensive has to do with liquidity. One of the things that happens in the conventional mortgage market is that once a mortgage is created and funded by the bank, it then gets sold off to a third party of investors in order to reap the benefits. And that allows them to pump out a lot more volume of mortgages. Whereas in the Canadian industry, the Islamic mortgages don't have that level of liquidity yet. And so it only allows them to do a fixed number of mortgages with a certain amount of money as time goes on. So until that happens, you are going to see higher prices and higher rates for the average Muslim home buyer. So those are the three main reasons of the economics behind the halal mortgage industry and why it is more expensive than the conventional mortgage industry. No, the legitimate halal mortgage companies are not trying to rip you off. What they're trying to do is provide you a halal service, provide you a way to house your family, and do so in a means where they can actually provide for themselves, their families, and their employees. So I don't believe that halal mortgages are a ripoff, and until we as a community truly start supporting the halal mortgage industry, putting our money into these industries, and helping create demand and growth in these industries, the prices will continue to remain high. Like anything else, as soon as there's a lot of people behind it, prices tend to come down and become more reasonable. But until that happens, it's going to be a chicken and egg kind of scenario where prices won't go down because there aren't enough people buying, and people won't be buying because the prices won't go down. So it'll be kind of a never-ending cycle. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps. Once again, please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can come back for more videos. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.